Fellas, one of the worst things you can ever do is travel and date overseas. Just don't do it. Just stay where you are, buddy. Don't travel, okay? Don't listen to the passport bros. Stay where you are, bro. That's one of the worst things you can ever do. And let me tell you why. Let's get it, baby. It's us. Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Jamie Woods back at it with another video. Let's get it, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that subscribe button, free 99. Hit the like button, notifications so you guys know when your boy's dropping that heat. But speaking of that heat, I'm bringing the heat today. Like I told y'all earlier, one of the worst things you guys can ever do is date overseas. Dating overseas is the worst thing that you can ever do as a man. And you want to know why? Because once you date overseas, you can't go back. You guys ever hear that saying that says, once you go black, you don't go back? Well, it's the same thing with dating overseas. Once you date overseas, when you come back, everything's just going to be so much harder for you. And this is why I tell people straight up, like, bro, if you're trying to be a quote-unquote passport bro, if you're trying to be a dude that's trying to date overseas, you're trying to see how the international dating market is like, take into account that not everything is good. Okay, so yeah, you'll meet beautiful women, nurturing, warm, feminine women that want to be there for you, that are beautiful, that want to get to know you. Bedroom is crazy, you know, a lot of great experiences on top of the traveling itself. However, the con of it is once you do get back to reality, once you do get back to the United States of America, you go through a little bit of a depression, I would say, because the thing is, not saying that you can't live the type of life that you want to live here in the States, or that you can't date quality women here in the States, because there are quality women here, right? However, from my personal experience, right, I'm not going to generalize this and make it seem like this applies to everybody, but from my personal experience, while I have dated some quality women here, I feel like for me, at my age, at where I'm at, where I'm working hard 24/7, producing videos for you guys, I don't have the time to go on several dates here. And the flake culture is big here. Catfishing is real, especially if you're, you know, on Tinder or Bumble or whatever. And then on top of that, approaching girls in person, while to me that's the way to go in the United States, you also have to take into account with that when you do meet women in person here, when you try to approach them, you'll know how they're going to react. I've had certain homeboys of mine that approached a woman and didn't end too well. The woman almost called the cops on the dude just because she thought he was being a creep. And that's where we got to at this certain point. You know, I'm not bashing nobody. I love my American women. I've dated many American women. This is not a video to bash American women. However, I feel the culture here in America is very toxic. The reason why the dating scene here is so toxic is because all this feminism stuff and red pill stuff, all the stuff that's pushed out there, that's pushing this agenda that you need to have the upper hand. So because men and women feel like they need to have the upper hand, they're playing these mind games and these tactics or whatever you want to call it to get the upper hand on the other. So it's like a constant tug of war. And I don't like that. I don't have to feel like I'm going to war when I'm going on a date. You know what I mean? I'm trying to go on a date and have a good time with a beautiful woman. But I feel that even though I have experienced that here in the States, I feel like it's become to the point where it's few and far in between. So because of that, I was like, you know what? Let me go travel real quick. Let me search for new things, new experiences. Because I don't travel for women. I know that's something that a lot of people say that, oh, you're lying. Every guy that travels is traveling for women. When in reality, that's a huge misconception. I've been traveling since a kid, and I love to travel. I like to experience new cultures. So to me, traveling comes first. Everything else comes second. Because as I stated in my interview with Kat, follow Kat, by the way, amazing dating coach, by the way. I stated to Kat, like, if you're traveling just for women, you're gonna be disappointed most of the time because it's not always gonna work out. So why would I just travel for women? I'm not just traveling for women. I'm traveling for the experience and to enhance my lifestyle. And if a woman comes into that, even better. But besides the point, I'll be traveling to these countries and I'll be meeting women in these countries where I'm just doing my thing and I happen to meet a chick that's super cool. And it's almost like a breath of fresh air. They're very caring. They actually like give you eye contact, not on their phone, giving you undivided attention. You could literally go on an instant date with them. There have been certain situations where, for example, Brazil, I'd meet a girl on the Copacabana beach, and literally, I would like her, she would like me. I'd be like, hey, you trying to get a couple caipirinhas over there? We go ahead to the caipirinha guy, you know. I tell him, hey, bro, dois caipirinhas. He gives me 2 morango. I like morango. I'm not into lime no more. Lime got me sick when I was out there in Brazil. I stick to the morango, the strawberry. So I got myself a strawberry. She got a lime. We're drinking that. We're sitting at the beach having a good time talking about life with my limited Portuguese, my Portuno. And that right there, it was a phenomenal day. And on top of that, the best part about it was only a couple bucks. It was literally only $5-7 for 2 caipirinhas and a good time with the chick. You know what I mean? Compared to here in the States where you're spending at least a minimum of $100 and you're not even going to a 5-star restaurant. So not only are you dealing with amazing women overseas, but on top of that, also, there's a lot of bang for your buck overseas. Meaning that you're able to go to a lot of amazing restaurants and do a lot of amazing activities for a fraction of the price that you would do here in the States. Like overseas, you could go on helicopter rides. You could do whatever you want to do overseas. Go on the most expensive tours, and it'll only cost you a couple bucks. And if you add a person with you, like if you take a girl with you on a date, it ain't going to be that much more expensive, right? It will be a couple bucks extra, and you could do whatever y'all want, have a good time. Like literally, you can't do most of these things over here in the States. Like most brothers don't make enough money to be going on a 5-star dinner date every single week, every single day. Overseas, however, that's more reality to where you're able to do that type of stuff every day if you wanted to, because the US dollar stretches far in other countries. So not only are you dating beautiful, amazing women, but you're also doing a lot of activities and staying in the best places, things that you couldn't be able to afford probably, or if you could afford it, you'd probably be breaking the bank if you did it in the United States. But back to the women real quick, because I want to focus on the women. There's a point that I left off when it came to the women. The reason why I like dating overseas so much is because you're able to get the type of woman that you want. Imagine if you dreamt about a girl, right? So let's just say this girl's tan skin, beautiful, long black hair, bubble butt, big, you know what's in the front, you know what I mean? A big rack, whatever you want to call it. Girls like slim, thick, goes to the gym, you know, like a little bit of a 6-pack. I'm over here literally actually dreaming about my dream girl. Imagine you dream about this girl and you can actually make it reality. That's how it is overseas. Now, I'm not saying that there's going to be no struggles, because there will be struggles. There will be certain women that will disqualify you because maybe you're not their type, maybe you don't know the language. So there are a couple struggles that go on overseas. I'm not going to deny that. However, you have a higher possibility of landing the type of girl that you actually want overseas compared to here in America. You're able to get any girl from any age range as long as they're legal, okay? 18 plus, ladies and gentlemen. All right, before any of you guys try to like clip this and make it seem like I'm talking about underage women, because that's not what we're talking about. We're talking 18 plus. You're able to get whatever girl you want, whatever age range, don't matter, ginger, black, you name it. And another great component about these women overseas is most of the girls that I met are very, very humble. Like I'll never forget going on a date, taking a woman back to my place in Sao Paulo. And literally, we were talking, and I'll never forget it. She was in the bathroom. I came from behind from her. I gave her like a hug from behind, started kissing her on her cheek. And I told her a little bit in my Portuguese. I told her, has anyone told you how beautiful you are? And she literally turned towards me, gave me a kiss, and she's like, no one ever told me that before. Like, some of these girls aren't used to being told that they're beautiful. Some of these girls only have 100 followers on TikTok, on Instagram. They're not followed by that many people. And on top of that, another reason why a lot of girls are humble overseas is because there's so much other beautiful women out there that it's almost like, okay, what makes me special if there's 10, 20 million other me's out there? So I have to do what I got to do to stick out from the pack, because they're actually trying to compete to get a man overseas. You know what I mean? Which is a great thing. You know, I feel like in dating, that's something that's missing here in the States, is that people don't want to show interest because they want to have the upper hand. They want to appear like they're the more high value one. And that's why a lot of people are single here, because they're too afraid to show interest and make the first move. Overseas, for the most part, if a girl likes you, they'll let you know.
Jamie, you very beautiful, Jamie.
No.
Sí.
Si eres muy guapo.
Oh, gracias. Y tú eres muy guapa también.
Hey, Tyrone, where you going? Fuck somebody's wife. Long dick stop.
Oh, gracias.
Or for my female travelers, if a guy likes you, he will definitely approach you, because in overseas, these guys don't give a damn about approaching women. It's not like here in the United States where men don't want to approach women because they're too afraid of the consequences that might happen if they do approach you and things go wrong, right? So that's the thing is dating overseas is like a breath of fresh air. Like I said before, you're able to date the type of women that you want, amazing, beautiful women, and you're able to stay in the best places and do the best things and eat in the best places. And because of that, it spoils you to the point when you get back to the States and you're settling for whatever you got to settle for here, and you're going to the Applebee's and all this other average stuff. It's very hard. It's a very hard transition. So this is why I tell y'all, make sure you don't travel overseas. Don't date overseas. Don't go overseas. Stay in America and stay in your bubble. Because once you burst out of that bubble and you go somewhere else, listen, man, it's going to be really difficult for you. You know what I mean? And I hope you guys are understanding my sarcasm. I don't actually mean not to travel. The whole point of this video is telling y'all to go travel. Like, go travel overseas. However, the flip side of that is when you do get back from overseas, you might be a little bit depressed, and some people handle that better than others. However, I do know that some brothers, when they get back here from overseas, they get more motivated than ever. They make more money than ever. Like, they're actually making moves so that they're able to travel more often and possibly move overseas. So who knows, it could be a positive after effect on you to where it makes you more inspired and more motivated, and I hope that that's actually what happens to you. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Everyone deserves to travel. Make sure you go out there, experience it for yourself. It's such a beautiful thing to travel. But
the next person is Shibuya.
Look at me, where she gonna be? Call me Vicky T. Off the leash, I feel like a dog. I get her the free, keep it P. Never needed you, but you need me.
It's been Caro, how you been? Boa noche.
Boa noche, ¿cómo estás?
I'm doing good. Caro, I saw the video. I was on TikTok and I was scrolling around and I passed by one of your videos of you dancing. I didn't know you were a dancer.
You didn't know.
You never told me.
Kid, I danced por un tempo.